Today I'm going to be working on putting a door in this section right here. Just a side entry door, a regular house door, 36 inches wide. I'm going to build a frame, and then I'm going to install it here, and then I'll go on the outside and cut the metal out. I'll show you a picture of the door. I got the door at off of Craigslist or someplace, and it does not have a frame, but it's a pretty decent door. And so, yeah, I'm going to work on putting a side entry door so that I can secure the barn doors a little more thoroughly, a little better. I don't like the way they're secured when I'm gone. Now, I've never built a pole barn. I watched a few videos. I wasn't here when they built this one, so I'm trying to kind of learn or figure out what they did. As I was digging, I could feel the shovel reach down underneath that metal. So you can see in this picture that what they did is they, on the right hand side, they sunk posts, and then they put some cross bracing, just like you would build a fence out in your yard. And then they they put the plywood on, and then they put tin on the outside of that. As I was digging, I could feel the shovel reach down underneath the tin. So I'm going to go on the outside and do just a little bit of digging. And I'm going to build a threshold out of pressure treated 2x6, and I'm going to sink it down there, but I want it to be above the ground level, at least a little bit. So I'll probably end up filling this back in, but the sides of my frame are pressure treated 2x6, and they're going to be sunk down at least to that ground level. So I was just trying to figure out how far I need to go so I can get some good measurements. So you can see here, from where I was digging from the outside, you can see what's going on. The post on the right, and then on the left, I got a mark right there that I'm going to be using, and that's about where I'm going to be sinking my posts. And then, like I say, I'll build a trestle. Trestle? Can't think if that's the word. Threshold. That's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah, so I'll build a threshold up, because I don't want it all the way down. I want the threshold to be just a little bit above the inside dirt level. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting these 2x4s so that when I build my frame, it will sink back into there. Those I'm going to cut left and right there, and then here I'm going to cut the right, and I'm going to wait and cut the left till I get my frame built and perfectly measured where I want it. That's worse than I thought. That is worse than I thought. We have a lot of stones on this property, man-made and natural. This stone right here was in the barn, and I put it down as a footer for that left side to sit on. And then over here, it's going to be anchored to that 1x4, so I don't have a stone go in there. Well, I tried and tried, and I couldn't get that rock exactly where I needed it. But the door is square and plumb, the door frame. And if you'll notice, I got a gap up here. And I knew I would because that post is not plumb. So I'm going to work with this. And I may try to sink that a little more and get it on that rock, because I can dig out that right side a little bit without moving the whole door. Then what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna take a pencil and I'm gonna outline that door frame. I need that door frame to slip all the way past that wafer board so that it'll be flush with the outside. That's what I want. So yeah, I'm gonna have to mark the outside, and then the outside dimension of this frame, and then cut all that out. All right, I'm cutting all the way through to the metal. Hello. Hello. This is what I'm dealing with. I don't know if you can see, but the inside of the barn is easily a foot higher. I don't know how that happened, if it's something they did after they built the barn or in the process of just leveling all this ground or trying to get it somewhat level, because everything's kind of a little bit of a hill out here. But that's, so from the outside I'm gonna have a step up to get in that door, but I have to have the threshold higher than the level of the dirt on the inside. This wall is kind of weak right here, so I put in an extra chunk of 2x6. When I stand the door up, the framing's going to come to right here. I've got this 2x6. I'm going to anchor it at 3 spots, and then once that's anchored, I'm going to tie it into the side of the door frame, so it'll make all this solid, and this will be solid from this post here. Okay, that took way longer than I thought it would. I think I'm up to about 4, maybe 5 hours. I did stop and take a lunch. But other than the fact that it's new wood, it kind of looks like it was always there. You can see on the left, I put that post, goes all the way up to the top, catches that cross beam, and crosses the one down there on the bottom. But the one on the bottom is kind of rotten. But I screwed this framing member right here into that side post, and then out here, when I put on that 1x4 trim, it will also help anchor that. I'm not a professional door hanger. I'm just trying to get it up there. So I got the door hung and I'm ready to go home, but I need to get this secure. So I'm going to put some lead on this deadbolt, and then I'm going to see if I can get it to mark. And I'm going to cut that hole out and put the stop there. And then hopefully that'll secure it enough, and then tomorrow I'll be able to come back and finish. I got some trim work outside and change out these doorknobs, but I just want to get this done right now. Not sure that's enough, but we'll see. See if that looks about right. Yep. I'm going to drill it out and maybe even chisel a little bit. So off camera, I put some shims in here and drew it up a little bit, but it's still got a pretty good gap. But I also put the new doorknob and plates in so that I can have it secure. I'm going to put the trim around the door, and then I'm also going to put the doorstop molding on around so it'll close up those gaps. But the first thing I'm going to do is build a little step. 2 sticks of this. Wouldn't you know it, I'm about 1.5 inches short. And one of these has a knot in it. It's kind of bent. So I'm going to temporarily put these up. I guess I'll have to buy another stick later. I want to show you from the outside. It shuts pretty well. It's a little sticky on the bottom, but that's okay. Keep water and dirt from getting under there. And then from the inside, this is a little tight, but I like it that way. That way, once that locks in, good and tight.